This meeting is being held in accordance with the Open Public Meeting Act, NJSA 10:4-6 et sec, notice of which was sent to the record and the Star Ledger and was posted on the municipal bulletin board. Councilman LaBrosse?
Here.
Councilman Meneses?
Here.
Councilman Melfi?
Here.
Mayor Towns?
Here. Stand for the supply suit, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all. Before we move on, Joe, check and see, do we have to do Viking for?
I don't think we do, but whatever you want to say.
Yeah, just check it. Yeah, check
Okay.
it. Because I don't know if it's redundant or if it's separate meetings. We have no approval of minutes, is that correct?
Correct.
Only for next meeting. And we are up to the city manager's report. Steve?
Thank you very much, Mayor. Couple of things tonight. Number one, the Esplanade Park construction is set to begin in about 3 weeks. The pre-con meeting was held, everything is in place. Essentially, we're waiting for the weather to break in. That construction will begin there as per the bid which you awarded 2 meetings ago. As you all know, that's the first of 4 essentially major park projects which should all go this year. So hopefully we'll all be pleased with the progress of that. Number 2, again, another update on the H1N1 vaccination, which continues under the leadership of John Christ. Last Saturday, or 2 Saturdays ago, they had another program at the schools, in the schools, and over 600 students, again, were vaccinated. The vaccinations continue to be available. We're very fortunate that there's enough vaccine available for us. Every Tuesday night through the end of January, here at the Civic Center, for anyone who needs to be vaccinated can come and do so. Additionally, beginning on, where am I here? Oh no, I don't have a firm date yet, but in February there'll be an announcement of dates for children under the age of 10 who need a second H1N1 shot. Those second shot, those boosters or whatever they call them, will begin to be administered during February here at the Civic Center in conjunction with the schools. So there'll be more news on that on the website, in the media hopefully, and whatever other means we have to get the word out through the health department.
Did John say anything about what kind of outbreak we have or haven't? I mean, it's been out.
The outbreak, yeah. I talked to John a couple times a week about this. Essentially, the outbreak has been very, very mild, but that may very well be, and not just in Hackensack, I mean, generally speaking, and that may very well be the fact that there's been such a widespread vaccination program. I mean, a lot of people are getting vaccinated. Even there was some hesitation, but for the most part, people are responding to the offers and to the programs, and I think that may be part of it. So, but he and other people caution against being complacent that it's not a serious issue. It continues to be serious, and we just want to continue the vaccination programs and make sure everyone is covered. And hopefully, at some point, it won't even be a major issue any longer. But in the meantime, and I mean, the important thing to remember here is that all these efforts, all the labor, I mean, the additional nursing, doctors, this is all being covered through a grant, a federal grant, the H1N1 grant. So it's really not costing the city anything, and we really have quite an extensive program. As I mentioned in the past, John Christ is at the forefront of this effort, not just in Hackensack, at the county and state levels. He's really very highly respected in those circles, and he does a great job for us and a lot of other people too. So, 2 items on energy. I had mentioned that, I believe it was at the last meeting, that we had requested to be part of public services program to upgrade street lighting, and I think I reported to you that we were told that we would be approved and that they were going to come in. They are in the city now. They started at the end of last week, and I didn't have these numbers last time. There's a total of 1,829 streetlights in Hackensack, which will be retrofitted with the new technology. Now, it's not all the streetlights, it's only the mercury vapor lights, so it's 1,829. They're estimating that the city's savings here will be a little over $20,000 annually, close to $21,000 actually. In addition to the fact that these lights don't burn out, they last nearly forever. They don't dim as the years go on. The brightness of them, or whatever the right terminology is, remains constant. So we'll see them. For anybody who's interested, when you see a green street light, the head is green, you'll know that that's one of the new installations. In another related issue from Public Service, they have a program for government buildings where they come in and do a total energy audit of government buildings. And once they do that and they uncover or discover areas where you can be more energy efficient, they'll give us information and indicate to us what we should be doing to upgrade, and will help us finance those upgrades in terms of motors, lighting fixtures, HVAC improvements, whatever it may be. It's a pretty extensive program. We applied for that. They're coming in to do that. There's 11 buildings, 11 city buildings that they will be auditing, and hopefully we'll get some positive results from that. Now, this is in addition to the energy audit, which is now being completed, probably be completed by next week, on 2 city buildings that we needed to do for the grant that we received for the federal government grant of $213,000. Once that audit is complete, we submit that to the Energy Department, the Federal Energy Department, and we will then be able to do the work that's uncovered in those 2 buildings by that audit, which will be funded by the, it's actually a stimulus, funded by stimulus money, the energy audit, which you already were approved for. It's just a matter of how we're going to use that money. That's already been announced and approved. And that's all I have for tonight, Mr. Mayor.
On the energy thing, remember I said that I had got it confused. Isn't there one other one that they're offering now, is solar, that they're putting solar panels on their poles and...
Any recommend, well, part of the street lighting program is installing some solar panels, small ones which capture energy and then will be resold. I think that's essentially how we're going to make this $21,000 on this program. I tell you the truth, I've got this because you had asked a question, and I believe Councilman Melfi had also. I got this verbally. I have not gotten everything in writing yet from them, but they're already in. They're on the ground essentially here. But I'm waiting for some hard information. But this was reported to me as a definite. I'm sure I'm going to get a little bit more on what you're speaking about.
Right, because I believe we had in one of our
I
packages.
think there's so much going on with it right now. It's kind of tough to keep.
That's what I couldn't. It seemed like what you were talking about, but then after I read it, it didn't sound like
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
All right, thank you, Steve. Debbie?